Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Welcome to the Traveling Tarot. How are you doing this Sunday morning? How has your weekend been so far? I would love to hear all about it. So please do comment down below. And while you're doing that, please do like and subscribe as well. I hope that you're having a great weekend. I really do. I hope that you've had some time to rest. I hope you've had some time to relax. I hope you've had some time to focus on things that make you happy and that fulfill you. This today is our reading today is very, very special. Today is all about love. I've decided Sundays are love days. Sundays are our weekly forecasts into what the week might bring to us as far as love goes. Now, when I talk about love, I mean all sorts of different kinds of love. It could be romantic love. You know, that's wonderful and that's beautiful. It could be self-love, which is the most romantic and beautiful and long-lasting love of all. It could be love for your children, love for your family, love for your work, love for what brings you passion in life. It could be love for anything. My hope is that it's always romantic love, but we never know. I'm not in control of how the cards play out. The universe is, and the universe is in control of what messages that I receive. So today is all about love. Who could not use more love in their life? Who could not use more unconditional love in their life? Love, love, hooray for love. Who was ever too blasé for love? Make this a night for love. If we have to fight, let's fight for love. That's a really, really old song. Classic. But anyway, let's talk about love today. This is this is not a recording. Well, it is a recording. This is a reading, I should say, for the collective today. So my hope and prayer today is that someone out there who is in need of a little love pick-me-up will glean something good and positive from this reading. And also my hope is that there's something good and positive that we all can glean from all of my readings, regardless of our present circumstances. And as always, my hope is, at the very least, after we finish this video, you'll leave feeling emboldened and empowered to make good and positive choices to help you live your best life. So, with all of that said, let's get into love. Let's talk about love. Today we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're only going to pull one card for our plot line for this week. I feel like whatever card that I pull today, and I just had this inspiration maybe a half an hour ago before I hit record on the camera. I just decided, let's do one card that will encapsulate the plot line for this week's love story. So without further ado, and then we'll get into our nitty-gritty of the love. And the way that we'll do that is it'll be actually a 3-card reading. There'll be the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. So altogether it'll be a 4-card reading. So without further ado, how many times am I going to say that in this video? Without further ado, let's jump into some love. And our main thoroughfare plot line is brought to us by the sun. The sun. Look at that. There's the sun. Yes. Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. What a wonderful way to kick off our love reading today. Let me read that again. Archangel Uriel from the Sun is saying, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. And there is the Sun card right there. Okay, so clearly, the universe is saying your life is wonderful, as it is right now. There is something to be said, something powerful and amazing to be said about loving your life as it is right this moment. Loving yourself fully, wholly, and completely right this minute as you are right now. The Sun card is saying life is wonderful. Life, it does not say life was wonderful or life will be wonderful. It's saying life is wonderful. Life is wonderful as it is right now. You don't have to wait for life to get wonderful because it already is wonderful. And it's important to, and I encourage you to greet each day that way. Again, thrive through the power of positive thinking. When you wake up in the morning, instead of saying today is going to be a great day, say today is a great day. And then live your life as if. We've talked about that plenty on this channel, about living your life as if, and living your life with the intent that you have already created. If life is wonderful, if today is a good day, if you wake up and say today is a good day, then live your life as if today is a good day. And you'd be amazed at the manifestation of that intent as your day goes on. And finally, an inspiring success. This is saying that you are successful in love this week. We'll get down to the nitty-gritty to see perhaps how you'll be successful in love this week, but the Sun is definitely encouraging you to meet this week with powerful, positive thinking. The Sun is encouraging you to meet this week with the knowledge that life is in fact wonderful. Regardless of how this week pans out, greet each day like today is a great day, and an inspiring success. And since we're talking about love today, it's saying that your love, whatever love is coming to you, again, we'll get down to the nitty-gritty here in a minute, whatever love is coming, that is coming your way or that is in your life right now, is going to be successful. So what a great card for today, and I am encouraged by this card. I hope that you are encouraged by this card and that you greet this week knowing that it's going to be a great week for you. So let's get down now to the nitty-gritty, the nitty-gritty. Again, I'm Looney Tunes sometimes, and I accept that and I embrace that about myself. I love being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs sometimes. Anyway, so let's shuffle this one more time. And then cut it into threes. 1, 2, 3, and then put it back together. And let's see what the beginning, middle, and end of the week have to offer us as far as love is concerned. Okay. Queen of Cups. It's in the reverse position, but there is the Queen of Cups. Beautiful card. The Queen of Cups is, cup cards are all about emotion and about feelings, and it can be spirituality and all of that as well. The Queen is almost the manifestation, the mother of emotion, if you will. The Queen is, sometimes when the Queen of Cups comes up, I even say that the person across from me, especially if it's a woman, might be expecting. But it's in the reverse position today. And what this is telling me is make sure that your personal cup, make sure that your personal emotional cup is always being filled. Very often with the Queen of Cups, it's all about giving, and because it's a very motherly card, it's very much caring and nurturing and loving and cradling and always wanting the best for either our kids, that's a very literal interpretation of the Queen of Cups, or even our family members, our co-workers, our friends, our community, our world. Having that need and that urge and that desire to protect and to love and to care and to nurture those people that are around us. And that's a wonderful thing, and that is a beautiful thing. And I encourage that in everyone, regardless of your gender or your gender nonconformity. I encourage that with all people, to be that mothering type, to be that caring type. But because it's in the reverse position this week, this is saying that perhaps we're giving so much and not getting enough in return, either from the people around us, or we're not giving ourselves time to fill our cup back up. So if you, and the danger in that is burnout, fatigue, resentment. It's very dangerous to keep giving, and not get anything in return. And the Queen of Cups this week is saying love. Love unconditionally. Love as if your life depended upon it. Love, love, love the people around you. But at the same time, love yourself enough to fill up your own cup. Love yourself enough to say, I need you to fill my emotional cup. Love yourself enough to speak your truth, and know yourself enough to know I've given enough in the situation, and now I need to give to me. You know, a constant theme in on this channel is to love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first and fully and wholly and completely, and everything else falls into line. The Queen of Cups is advising us this week to make sure that we are loving and we are giving as much as we possibly can, but to also make sure that we are taking time to fill up our cup. We are demanding of the other people around us to fill up our cup as much as we fill up theirs. So that's what the Queen of Cups is all about this week, and that is what you can possibly expect from the beginning of the week. Now let's talk about the middle of the week, and it's the Moon card. There's the Moon card, and it's also in the reverse position. And so when we're talking about love, and we're talking about the Moon card, instinct, follow your instinct, follow your gut, trust yourself to make the right choices for yourself, trust yourself to make good and positive choices for yourself, trust yourself enough that you know intrinsically what's good for you and what's not so good for you. The Moon card is saying in the reverse position that perhaps this week you'll have a little bit of trouble believing in what your gut is trying to tell you. Perhaps some of you might have trouble believing in yourself this week. Perhaps some of you might have a difficulty believing what the universe is trying to convey to you as far as a relationship is concerned. Maybe you're afraid to dive in head first into a relationship, and the universe is saying it's okay to actually dive in head first. Or conversely, maybe you have already dived in head first, and the universe is saying maybe you need to get back to the shallow end of the pool and take it a step by step. Regardless, the moon card is saying you already know what is intrinsically good for you. You already know what's intrinsically right for you. You already know the best course of action in your life. The moon card is saying you don't trust yourself enough to make those choices for yourself. And so the moon card is encouraging you to perhaps trust yourself a little bit more in the middle of this week. Finally, we're at the Emperor card. And there is the Emperor card right there. And the Emperor card is all about stability. He is literally sitting on a throne of concrete. He is not going anywhere. And that tells me in regards to love that if you are involved with someone right now, that relationship isn't going to go anywhere. That relationship is strong. That relationship is solid. That relationship is there for the long term. For those of us that are single, the Emperor card is encouraging us to become stable and strong within ourselves. Again, loving ourselves first and fully and wholly and completely and unconditionally. Setting that groundwork for ourselves, being strong and stable within ourselves, so that we attract that energy to us. Very often people say that opposites attract. Well, while that might be true, those kinds of things tend to perhaps burn out quicker than like attracts like. If we are putting out that energy of I am loving myself, I am strong and stable and secure in that unconditional love of myself, we attract that energy into our lives. And so perhaps the end of the week is encouraging us, if we are in a relationship, to lean into that relationship, because that relationship is not going to go anywhere. It's strong, it's stable, it has good four corners, it has good walls, it is made of concrete, it's not going anywhere. And for the end of the week, for those of us that are single, to become strong and sturdy in the love that we have for ourselves. Regardless, the sun is right. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Throughout the beginning, middle, and end of the week, I see love, I see good and positive things happening throughout this week. And what a wonderful, wonderful reading. Thank you, universe, for that. So let's do a love affirmator to close out this reading. And while I'm getting these cards out and shuffling them, I do have an announcement to make. If you are in the Oklahoma City area this coming weekend, August 24th and 25th, I will be at the High Times Cannabis Cup this coming weekend, and I will be doing readings there. There's a link down below where you can get your tickets for that. But I will be in the VIP section of the High Times Cannabis Cup here in Oklahoma City, and I will be doing readings from 12 to 4 both days, both Saturday and Sunday. So if you are in the Oklahoma City area and would like to come by and say hello, I would love to see you. And so yeah, that's happening this weekend. The link will be down below. And I can't wait to see you this weekend, and I can't wait to be a part of this traveling road show that High Times Magazine puts on. So I'm excited. It's my first time going to the High Times Cannabis Cup, so I can't wait to experience that. And I hope that if you're in the Oklahoma City area that you come down and experience that with me. And again, the link will be down below. So let's cut the cards here and let's get into today's affirmator, which is no scorekeeping. There it is. No scorekeeping. I cut ties with past conflicts and make my personal life a clean, shiny slate. Beginning this moment, everything is new. When an old grievance repeats itself in my head, I introduce it to my new head tenets, tolerance and equanimity. Then I give it its stupid t-shirts and records back and tell it to leave. I love it. Let me read that again. I cut ties with past conflicts and make my personal life a clean, shiny slate. Beginning this moment, everything is new. When an old grievance repeats itself in my head, I introduce it to my new head tenets, tolerance and equanimity. Then I give it its stupid t-shirts and records back and tell it to leave. What a wonderful affirmation. I think that this affirmation in regards to love this week has a lot to do with new relationships. There may be some of us that are entering into a new relationship this week. Do not allow yourself to compare your new relationship to your old relationship. Ghosts of the past always win. They always do. And so I encourage you to again make your personal life a clean, shiny slate. This new relationship that perhaps you're entering into this week, make that a new, clean, and shiny slate. And enter into it with as much unconditional love as you possibly can. And speaking of unconditional love, let me end this video with my personal affirmation to you. Love yourself. Love yourself wholly. Love yourself fully. Love yourself completely. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first and foremost, and everything else will fall into line. Have a wonderful Sunday, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow.